Hello, welcome to How to Draw Celtic Patterns. I'm your host Jason Belchamber. In this segment, I'm going to show you how to draw the trillium or Triskele interlace pattern that would fit in an irregular shape, not just a perfect triangle or an isosceles triangle. In this segment, you're going to need a compass, a pencil, protractor, a straight edge, a graded straight edge, or a ruler, as they're otherwise known, a good eraser, and your ink pens of different thicknesses. I like to use 0.3 to 0.7. You'll notice in the last segment of videos that I showed you, I used one of the trillium patterns from a crescent V-rod from Aberlemno in Scotland. Well, I showed you how to draw it in a perfect triangle, but in this case I'm going to show you how to draw it in the curved surface that you see it in. So take your long ruler and draw yourself a horizon line. Take your compass and pick any point on it and draw a circle. It's important for us to use the top of the circle, but I want you to draw underneath it as well. To do this nicely, just hold the page with one hand and lightly sketch it. As you can see, I've drawn two hemispheres. Okay. Next, lightly break your circle into quarters and lightly sketch this pattern, because we're going to erase it afterwards when we're done. So basically, you can see that we've got 4 quarters in this circle. Take your compass and extend the radius of it so that the radius is basically from each quarter point on the circumference of it. What I want you to do is at the bottom of this circle, put the axis of your compass, mark here, and make sure that it lines up on this side here, and sketch a crescent like so. It's a pretty nifty shape that I'm going to be showing you, but it actually had significance to the Picts, in my opinion, because I believe it was used as a shape to determine the seasons. Now, get your protractor and put the center point in the center of your circle. Now, what I'm going to want you to do is remember this number, about 43.57 degrees. So, thinking of this as your 0 point, you're going to mark a line of 10, 20, 30, 40, 3.57, and then from this point we're going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 3.57 degrees, and just mark those 2 points there. Take your straight edge and mark a line from the center of your circle like so, to the outer plane. And do it on this side as well. Now the shape that you've got here is a basic Pictish crescent V. Now nearly all of them have this angle, which is the V-rod of the crescent. And it's usually about 84, I've always found it's between 85 and 80 degrees. But it's not 90 degrees, so it's not square. Oftentimes they'll decorate the ends of this with little curved patterns and make this an arrow. And make the opposite ones over here. Okay, in the next segment I'm going to show you how to draw a basic trillium Triskele pattern here, and then the more complex one on this side of the crescent, which is found on the Aberlemno cross slab right off of the highway.